They'll be getting their notifications in a minute.
Yes, sir. We alive. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Be sure to hit that like button as you come in the building, man. It's your boy Knockout Boxing 86 TV with the singing OG KQKC Boxing Network. KQKC, how you doing, man?
Yes, sir. What's going on, man? Man, I'm having a bad morning because I had a disappointing night last night because I picked the wrong guy. Man, I picked the wrong guy, and I did not
Told
see
you.
that coming. So
Should have listened to me, man. You should have listened to me, man,
I
for
know.
sure.
I'm looking at your record now, and I think, shoot, you got almost what 80, 90%, 89,
It's
80 something,
80. Yeah,
right?
it's right at 80. I'm trying to
Uh,
get to two. I'm trying to get to 90% when I get to
uh,
200 wins, man. I'm
okay,
trying to
okay.
I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to get there. As y'all come in the building, y'all go ahead and drop a comment so we know you're in here. And y'all be sure to ask questions throughout the show. We're gonna be covering everything that
Mhm.
happened last night, man. Everything that happened last night. And if we have some time, it's so much to unpack, but if we have some time to get to some other topics, we'll do that
Right.
too. But this is the morning after boxing show, y'all. So y'all be sure to smash a like, hit the thumbs up for us. And if you
Mhm.
want to donate to the channel, you got the Cash App down there, and y'all can also get into the super chat. So what's up, Peacekeeper? How you doing, man? Appreciate you coming through.
Yes,
So
sir.
before we want to give people time to come in here. So before
Yeah.
we even get into Joshua Usyk, let's talk about Callum Smith and Lyndon Castillo. So Callum Smith, for those of y'all that don't know, Callum Smith knocked out Lyndon Castillo. Salute Dante Hall. Appreciate you coming in, bro.
Mhm.
Um, Callum Smith knocked out Lyndon Castillo in the second round. It was a scary knockout. They had to bring the stretcher in for Lyndon Castillo. They had to take him to the hospital. And Callum Smith looked good at 175, y'all. I can't hold y'all. I can't sit up here and lie to y'all, man. He looked good
Mhm.
at 175. So I'm gonna pass it over to KQKC. And KQKC, I want you to let me know whether or not you think um Callum Smith's win over Lyndon Castillo makes Canelo Alvarez look even better since Canelo Alvarez dismantled Callum Smith in his last fight at 168. What do you think of the performance? And do you think Canelo Alvarez looks better today after Callum Smith's performance last night?
He looked better today. Yeah. Callum Smith. He pretty much did the basic same thing he did against Canelo Alvarez, and Canelo Alvarez was pretty much doing the same thing he does, going to the body and pretty much going to the body and breaking them down, walking them down, and going straight upstairs as he put that investment into the body. So, but Callum Smith, I think, is beginning to be a better fighter. So since he's fighting better competition, but I didn't see the fight, so I can't really comment on in it. But I can say this though, Callum Smith, I would like to see him fight Canelo again, and I think it'll be
Mm,
a different. I think it'll be a different fight.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Callum Smith for me, he looked way better at 175. Like he's a big
Mm-hmm.
Frankenstein, tall, 6'3",
Mm-hmm.
big dude, and you could tell he was leaving a lot on the scale. And
Right.
so
Right.
yesterday he looked much bigger. He looked much stronger. He was much more muscular, and it showed.
Mm-hmm.
Like he caught Lyndon Castillo with a right hand. I know you said you didn't see the fight. He caught him with a right hand so hard, OG. He
Mm-hmm.
he went into convulsions on the ground, like he started shaking and having a seizure. Like he didn't know his mind didn't know he was knocked out, but his whole body knew he was knocked out, and he just started having
Wow.
like a seizure on the floor. It was crazy to watch. Let me see who else we got. Mark Stern,
Right.
salute to you.
Right.
Appreciate you coming through. What it do, singing OG, Knockout Boxing, 86 TV, and the family. Yes, sir. Put your seatbelt on, Mark Stern. Smash that like button as y'all come in the building, my good people. Demetrius
Yes,
Bright,
sir.
what's up, bro? Appreciate you coming through and rocking out with us. OG, you gotta put that monster down, man. That monster bad for you, bro.
I know. Everybody keep telling me that, man, and I keep on getting that non-sugar.
Yeah.
But they keep running out of. I can't never find it, man.
Yeah, I feel you. I
Man,
feel you. What's up, Daryl? I see you in the building.
make sure you
YGB
hit that
22.
like button too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
y'all smash the like, man. Smash
right.
the like as you come in the building so YouTube will share the notification. So, let me get to this right here. Salute Demetrius Bright. I appreciate you showing me some love in that super chat. Salute Knockout. Salute OG supporting the grind. I predicted AJ would lose, but he was disappointed. Oh, we're gonna get into it. We're about to get into it
Yes,
very,
sir.
very, very shortly because that was, I mean, not to toot my own home. Let me knock that off there. Y'all see the prediction record? Like I saw it coming.
What's up,
You know
Bruce?
what I'm saying? I saw
uh,
it coming. Salute, Bruce Goes. What's up, man? Appreciate you coming through. He says, I keep telling them drink water. Yeah. Yeah, drink water. I got my water right here. I got my water right here, so I'm ready.
I
I'm
got my
on deck.
water over there, Bruce. I got my water over there.
But so let's move on to the robbery last night, because it's one of those things where it's so sad that it seemed like every single Sunday morning that I wake up, somebody was getting robbed on a Saturday night. Some fighter somewhere put on the performance of their life,
Yep.
and now we got to talk about how they lost a fight that they really, really won, right? So for y'all that didn't watch the fight, if you only watched the main event and the co-main event, there was a fight last night between Campbell Hadden and Sonny Martinez. Campbell Hadden is Ricky Hadden's son, right? He basically got his clout off his father, because no way should a fighter with 3 fights be on a card like this. But he was like he fought after Callum Smith, just to show y'all the type of clout that he got. Callum Smith, former number 168 pounder, dude that fought Canelo Alvarez, he had to come out and fight first before Campbell Hadden fought, right? And so, long story short, Campbell Hadden goes out there against a 2-4 fighter in Sonny Martinez, no name fighter that's used to losing. And Sonny Martinez went out there, flew across from his country to another country,
That's
and
right.
proceeded to beat the shit out of Campbell Hadden, y'all. When I say he beat him up, if y'all was in KQKC's chat yesterday and y'all heard him calling the fight and you were watching the fight too, I don't think Campbell Hadden got around. I don't think he
No.
won a single
Nope.
round. Sonny Martinez was catching him with uppercuts. He was just going in on Campbell Hadden. It looked like he was about to knock him out the last 2 rounds. So my thing is, we got to get better. Like, we have Michael Fox. We had what happened to Robson Castillo even before the fight and during the fight. Like, they let Valdez take drugs. They didn't punish him. They let him keep his belt. And then during the fight, the referee clearly wanted to push Canelo around, and he deducted Canelo points, and he didn't take points from Valdez for the same thing. And then now we fast forward to this. Campbell Hadden, the son of Ricky Hadden, goes in there, gets his ass whooped by a 2-4 fighter, and here we are the next morning having to talk about Campbell Hadden winning. It's disgusting. It's despicable. It has no spot in boxing. But OG, what did you think of that fight last night? As you were calling it, and now that you've had some time to think about it, what's your thoughts on that Campbell Hadden and Sonny Martinez fight?
Well, first of all, Aaron, I keep telling everybody, just because your father is a boxer, that don't mean that you are a boxer. All right. And number 2, Hatton, he needs to start at the basics. He needs to start all the way at the basics. Now he's trying to come forward and trying to press the action, but he goes in there kind of like timid. Like, he should be going in there and moving his head. Now he doesn't move his head. Now he did throw a couple jabs last night, and that's all. They're more of a range finder than anything. But he did come in and trying to come in and throw. And then when he's throwing, he's doing like a no look throw. You know, he'll duck his head and throw, and then he's missing everything. Then Martinez countered him, because see, when you're going in there, you got your head down low. The referee kept on telling him to put up his head, but if you're going down with your head down like that, and you know, you remember how Ricky Hadden used to come in. He used to come in really like blumbuster, bam, 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 moving side to side, and pretty much going straight in. But
Hell
his
yeah, I
son,
remember it. Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather put his ass to sleep. But go ahead, OG.
exactly, because see, that's what's going to happen to his son. His son's going to run in there and get countered, and someone's going to make him run into something, just like Mayweather did his father. You know, so I think Ricky Hadden shouldn't have won that fight last night. That was a robbery, and that was a robbery, man. I'm talking about without a knife, without a gun, with a goddamn fingernail clipper. That what kind of robbery that motherfucker was, you know. But still, you know, still in all, Martinez, now that he knows the politics of boxing, now I think he's going to press the action a little bit more, sit down on his punches a little bit more, and win convincingly. That's what I believe.
Yeah, that's a fact. Let me catch up in the chat real quick. Salute to Valerie Rodriguez coming through. Let me see who else I missed. We got, hold on, it jumped on me. Oh, here we go. My beautiful wife in the building. Salute, Valerie. Appreciate you coming through. Bruce Go says Haddon got beat by a 2-4 Road Warrior and was worried that they would do the same to Usyk. I wasn't, and we're gonna get to that. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. Salute to my brother Ricky Williams coming through in the building. Y'all go
Rick.
subscribe to Ricky, man. Ricky be
Yeah.
doing good work over there. He says the
Oh
ref
yeah.
judging when they start doing this BS. Oh, they been doing it, bro. For like the 4 rounders, this one was a 6 rounder, but for like the lower level fights, they don't want to pay judges. They don't want to pay judges that money, and those low level fights, man. They don't bring in a whole lot of money. They don't bring in shit. They don't bring in shit at all, and so a lot of times in these lower level fights, they'll have the ref scoring a fight, which should be better because he's right there. Shit, he see everything. He saw Campbell Hadden getting his ass beat. So
Yep.
I don't understand the decision there. And salute to Shot Town's Finest. I appreciate you coming over from KQKC and showing some love to the channel. Bobo, what's up, bro? Let's see here. Let's keep it going. Pool Counter Boxing, what's up? Somebody get this dude right here out of my chat, man. I'm not on that. That's my matter of fact. I can do it. Block them. All right, bro. You out of there, man. Go make another account. Go do that. Then come back and get me another view. That's what you do. Go make another account. Come back so I can get my money from you, bro. And salute the Pool Counter Boxing in the building. I'm your daddy. What's good, fam? I went to sleep fast last night. Forgot to watch the highlights. Who won? Usyk, man. Usyk beat his ass, man. Usyk beat the dumb shit out of beat the dumb shit out of Anthony
Yeah.
Joshua. We're gonna break all that down. We're gonna get into that. Y'all don't worry.
Yeah.
And
I'm
y'all
gonna get
smash
into
the
that.
like
Right.
button. Y'all smash the like button as everybody comes in the building, man, so we can get them to share this great show that we're doing together. So, and by the way, if I didn't mention it, y'all need to subscribe to KQKC. His link to his channel is in the description of this live stream. So y'all be sure to go subscribe to his channel. And I want to say this. And I'm gonna pass the KQKC. I don't think Campbell Hadden can ever get good enough to be a true player in boxing. Like he needs to just be good at being Ricky Hadden's son. Maybe try to get him like an analyst job or something. Maybe let some promotional company that Ricky Hadden made a lot of money for get him a job that way. Because I don't think he'll ever be able to make enough improvements to truly be good, unless he wants to be a journeyman or some shit. Unless he wants to go in there and be somebody that's another dude's stepping stone. I don't think Campbell Hadden will ever be good enough to be a true player in any weight class in boxing. Period. As a boxer, I just don't see it. I don't see the talent. His hand speed is slow. His defense is leaky as hell. He leaning over his front foot. He just don't look like a good fighter to me. But what you got on that KQKC? Do you think all them improvements you said that he can make? You think Campbell Hadden has a shot to be good one day?
No, I don't think he, that's what he needs to prove, but I don't think he can go that far. He's not that talented. He's one of them guys that he's want to try it out because his father is who his father is. And so as far as an analyst, he can't be no analyst either because he don't know really shit about really boxing. So he I mean he can't really comment on what a person should do because I mean sometimes you can comment on what another fighter can do, and you can't do it. It's just that you're not physically and IQ wise can do the things that you should have done when you was fighting. So that was a robbery last night, and I don't think he could have done no better. I mean, sure, he tried to press the action. Yes, he's trying to get on him and come forward and not take a step back, but he was getting countered. He was getting counted. He was getting hit. Martinez, yes, he was on the back foot, but he was jabbing at the same time. So, but no, I don't think Hatton can get any better than what he is now.
Yeah,
So,
same. I don't
right.
think I don't think he can either. And salute my brother Money Brown TV in the building, man. I
Salute
appreciate you coming
money.
through.
Uh-huh.
Winners Train, Losers Complain. What's up, man? Appreciate you coming through. Underground Asylum, I see you in the building, man. Appreciate you coming through and rocking out with us. So we're about 15 minutes in. We got 23 people finally in the building. Y'all smash the like button. We got to get the numbers up. So y'all smash the like button as you come in here. I know it's some of y'all that ain't put y'all seatbelt on yet. I know it is, bro. I know some of y'all done came in here. You done hopped in the car and shit. You riding with me, but you're being unsafe, bro. You being unsafe. You got to smash the like button when you come off up in here, man. Smash the like button for us so the people can get this content because I promise y'all, man, it's great content. But let's get to what everybody's talking about, man. This is the biggest fight of the heavyweight division so far. I believe that.
Real quick, knockout.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I think Okolie real fast. I think
Oh,
that
Okolie.
fight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I forgot about Okolie. My bad, y'all.
yeah,
My
yeah,
bad, y'all. I'm slipping. That's why I
right.
got a great brother like KQKC to keep me on point. So Lawrence Okolie versus
Mhm.
Prosovic, man. Listen,
Yeah.
that fight was big. Prosovic, salute to him because they offered him step aside money to try to get Okolie to unify his titles, but Prosovic said no. He said, "I want my shot." The young man said, "I
Mhm.
want my shot," and he took his shot and he got shot down, bro. Listen, Lawrence
Right.
Okolie's right hand is it hurt, bro. I don't know if it's gonna hurt it. I don't know if it's gonna hurt people at heavyweight. I don't know if it's gonna translate when he moves up, but excuse me, at cruiserweight, he's a real player, man. He's a real player. He's not to be trifled with up there, man. The way that he fights off his length is really good. He constantly had his jab out there on Prosovic, had his jab, pawn with his jab, waiting on the right hand. And Prosovic, for those of y'all that watch my prediction videos, I told y'all he jumps in recklessly, trying to throw left hooks and right hands, and you can't jump in on the Coley like that. He gonna time your ass and he gonna get you up out of there, and that's exactly what he did in the second round. And so I'm wondering today, is Prosovic somewhere reconsidering, damn, maybe I should have took that step aside money, because he definitely took a step back in his career and he got put out, and it was actually a body shot. The first time he
Right.
got knocked down, it was a right hand over to the temple that messed up his equilibrium and knocked him down. And then the second time he couldn't get up from that body shot that Okolie landed. For Okolie, I want to see a little bit more diversity. I think as he steps up in competition, having that left hand low, just pawn with the jab to set up your right hand, he gonna have to do more than that. He gonna have to show that he can do more than that. But overall, great defense from him. He's on to the next, and it's something that that you got to do as a champion. He got his mandatory out the way, so now I want to see him trying to unify, because he don't have to fight another mandatory for like a year. Or in the WBO is 18 months. It's either a year or 18 months. Long story short, he got a fight or two before he got to fight another mandatory. So it's time for him to seek out the other champions, and that's what I want to see from him. But what you got on that fight, OG?
Well, Cody. Now, be honest. I don't think he's ready right now first of all, to jump up to heavyweight. Cruiserweight, yeah. He can take some more fights and get a little more experience. Because I don't think he punched hard enough and straight enough to get up there at heavyweight. So he's gonna have to, kind of bulk up a little bit more. He got the reach, he got the height, so he can be a big player at heavyweight, but it takes some time. Jerry Anderson, he's right there for the take. He's young, he's big, he's muscular, he's ready, and also he sparred with Tyson Fury. He gave him a good workout. A matter of fact, I think he gave him one of the best workouts he had in a long time. So Okolie, if he stay down there and don't rush it, he's not a Usyk, so he's not moving like that. But he's standing right there in the pocket and he's punching. So his punch is not that heavy. Now he need to sit down on a little bit more, but some people don't know their own strength, and he might not have to sit down on his punch. He just got to punch and punch correctly and place his
Yeah.
punches. So yeah. So
Big Texas,
yeah.
salute, bro.
Mhm.
Appreciate you coming through. Crush the legend. What's
Mhm.
up, man? Dundada, I see you in the building.
All right.
Let's
All
see
right.
here. Dante House says a Coley got power. He got to work on his footwork, though. Yeah, his feet are a little wide, and he's a little one-dimensional, man. It's jab right hand right now. He caught Prasovic with a body shot to knock him out, but it's really jab right hand for him. So definitely need
Mhm.
to diversify. And I didn't notice he came all the way down from 240 pounds when he was like a teenager or something. So he's
Wow.
somebody that can hold probably hold a lot of weight. So I'm definitely
Mhm.
interested to see what's next, because the cruiserweight division really ain't got a whole lot going on. And so maybe he's trying to take the Usyk route, unify the division first and then move up to heavyweight. But
Mhm.
yeah, Coley, he got a lot to work on, but it's a lot there for sure for him to be excited about and for his fans to be excited about. Salute Snacks B, I appreciate you in the building. Salute to my daughter Nivea, appreciate you coming through. My other daughter Jada's in the building too. I appreciate you, sweetie, for coming through. Salute to Knockout Boxing. Salute Vince Williams and KQKC and everyone in the chat. Yes, sir. We got 41 people in the building, man. Y'all shorted me on my likes.
Yes,
Y'all
all
shorted me
right.
on my likes. Y'all smash the like button for us, man. Smash the like button as y'all come in the building, man. It really helps YouTube do what they need to do to get our algorithm going, man. So y'all be
Shake it
sure
up.
to smash the like, get the likes up. And if you want to donate to the channel, y'all see the Cash App, or you can also hit that super chat button. So now we on to the main event. Now
Mm-hmm.
we on to the main event. We got so much to talk about, man. It's crazy. And I want to pass the OG first because OG picked AJ. So he got some explaining to do, y'all. He got to explain to us why he picked AJ, what he saw in the fight, and why he thought AJ was going to win. He got to give my man Usyk his props because my homie Usyk came through and shined for me like I know he would. I'm telling y'all better trust these predictions, man. These predictions, it's boxing knowledge up here, bro. It's boxing knowledge up here. But OG, just stick to in the ring because we're gonna talk about what this means outside the ring. We're gonna get on to those different topics, but just strictly in the ring, inside
Okay.
the ring. Talk to us about what you saw last night and where Joshua went wrong and where Usyk went right.
Okay. Well, basically, this is what I was predicting. I was predicting and hoping that Anthony Joshua would use his size, use his power, and Usyk, I thought was going to use that lateral movement, but he stood in the pocket all night, and they basically stood in the center of the ring. It wasn't no rope action to Joshua got on the ropes, and that's when Usyk pretty much teed off on him. But I thought Anthony Joshua was going to pretty much walk him down, cut off the ring, and go to the body to stop that movement. To stop that movement. And then around the seventh and eighth round, I thought he was going to go head on and make that withdrawal from that investment. And he did not do that. Why? Because that jab of Usyk was pretty much tagging him on the left and the right. So I mean, you can't fault Usyk or Usyk. They were first of all, it was battle of the jabs. It was battle of the jab for the first 2-3 rounds, and Usyk was getting to him in the with the jabs. Now Anthony Joshua was fighting now. In the write-ups like Boston 24, whatever they were saying, tentatively, just like I said, he was fighting very timid. Some people say he wasn't letting his hands go. Okay, basically that's what he was doing. He was fighting kind of scared, not scared, but he was watching Usyk very well, and he kept his eye on that jab hand. But Usyk got another hand and that straight left. And he forgot about this. See, when you fight a southpaw knockout, it's three things you got to understand with a southpaw. Three main things. You watch
Mm-hmm.
the feet. You got to watch the feet position. Your feet position, it makes you punch better and get a bit better inside position. Then also you got to watch that jab hand because that jab hand is the same side on your jab hand is on. Because Usyk was knocking down his jab, and bam, 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 bam. He was just a faster fighter, faster hands, and that's when. And then third, you got to watch out for that straight left right down to the sternum, and that's what he was doing all night, Usyk. And so, I mean, and then once he got through down there, he went upstairs, and that's why Usyk had a broken eye socket. Anthony Joshua had a broken eye socket. They reported. So,
Yeah, that's what they saying. We,
right.
Eddie Hearn, and then we need some X-rays or something
Right.
before we believe that, man.
Right, cause
Yes, sir.
Eddie gonna blow it up, and so he's pretty much won the rematch, but I don't know.
We'll
So,
see.
but that's
Isaiah, I
how.
appreciate. Yes, sir. Isaiah, appreciate you coming through. Salute, baby. I appreciate you giving me a super sticker. Thank you so much. And then Ricky Williams, man, I appreciate you in that super chat, man. Ricky Williams says, truth is, Usyk did nothing special to beat AJ. AJ has lost his identity and doesn't know what he wants to be in there, if you ask me. That's a valid point. I understand where you're coming from. Isaiah says, my man,
Yeah.
knockout was right on point. Seen and unseen boxing. Salute to you, bro. He says, you a beast on them predictions. Won me $50 on my birthday. Happy birthday, bro. Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday.
Happy
So,
birthday. Yeah.
yes, sir. Happy birthday to you. Sinister, I haven't seen you in here before, but appreciate you coming through. And be sure to smash that like button. We'll see what Vince talking about. Usyk
Mhm.
won the battle of the lead foot. That's true. Kept that lead foot outside of AJ and created that opening for the straight left. Yes, he did. When he caught him with the straight left in the first round, I was like, oh, AJ in trouble. AJ in trouble. He ain't gonna have nothing for him the whole fight because that's what I was looking to see if he was gonna be able to close that distance. Salute, son. I appreciate you coming through.
One thing, knockout. You
Yeah,
know
go
what?
ahead.
One quick thing. Ricky Williams, he right because Usyk didn't do nothing special. Usyk was Usyk
Mm-hmm.
last night. That's
Facts.
all. Everything he did last night, he did at cruiserweight. He just did it at a bigger size. That's it. That's
Yeah.
all. That's all. He came in 221, and that's
Yeah.
it. and he just did that bigger side. Anthony Joshua cannot turn, especially with his size, as Usyk was turning. He
Yeah.
cannot turn around. What he should have done is backed out like this, and that way he can't step around something ain't that there. So so that's all I had to say about that.
Yes, sir. So for me, this is gonna sound awful like a lot like what I said in the video before the fight. So what I noticed is that Anthony Joshua, first thing is your mind, right? He
Mhm.
hasn't been the same fighter since Ruiz knocked his ass out. He hasn't been as confident. Anthony Joshua used to be somebody that was tough, somebody that would go after you, throw his punches hard, and really try to get you out of there. If you really go look at what he did since getting knocked out by Ruiz, in that second fight, he used his length, he boxed to his distance, and then he didn't have that same killing instinct. You could tell his confidence was gone. And then if you look at his fight against Pulev, you can't really judge him off of that. The dude that he was fighting was 40 years old, way past it. And even if you look in that fight, the first couple of rounds, he didn't go after Pulev. He was just boxing Pulev. And then once he started catching Pulev, he gained a little bit. He gained a little bit of confidence, and then he finally got him out of there when he started catching him with those uppercuts. And then let's go to the weigh-in. Like these are all things that are leading to why I picked Usyk and why I thought what happened last night. And so let's go to the weigh-in. When I saw Anthony Joshua with sweatpants on, with a with earphones on, and he's only weighing 240. Again, that shows lack of confidence in yourself because you coming in, you trying to match Usyk, bro. You
Right.
coming in there, you like, I gotta
Exactly.
be light, I gotta be ready to box. I got like, bro, why you the naturally bigger, stronger, more physical, harder puncher? Why the hell are you trying to slim down to match Usyk's speed? I was like, oh, he
That's
ain't got
that.
no confidence. He coming in there trying to box. And what he don't understand is if you got gas tank issues in boxing, you just got gas tank issues. All that, if you're natural, if you're natural, of course, then you ain't cheating. You just got gas tank issues. You can do all the running you want to. You can try to lose weight if you want to. If you get tired at the end of the fight, in most cases, you just get tired at the end of the fight. And so by him slimming down like that and trying to come to box, he was already setting himself up to lose. And I told people the foot feints and the angles that Usyk takes to get his left hand off are gonna be the difference in this fight because AJ don't have no head movement. AJ don't have no head movement. He's not this fighter that's gonna run around there and be able to dodge your punches if you can take an angle on him. And I told y'all,
Right.
Usyk is gonna take angles. He's gonna land that left hand, and he's a lot tougher than y'all think. And he's by far the more confident fighter. And I kept telling people the only thing that Anthony Joshua does better than Oleksandr Usyk, whether it's defense, foot movement, foot placement, quantity of punches, quality of punches, the only thing he did better was punch hard going into this fight. You can't find anything else from a boxing perspective. If you look at the mind of a boxer, being confident, being mentally strong, being able to make adjustments, ring IQ, all of that stuff goes to Oleksandr Usyk. If you look at the physical attributes, hand speed, foot movement, defense, all of that stuff goes to Usyk. Anthony Joshua's only shot last night, and I kept telling people he got to get rid of Usyk early. The longer that the fight goes, Usyk is gonna pick his ass apart. He gonna start tearing Anthony Joshua up, and he started doing. I thought the first couple of rounds, where I was wrong, I thought the first couple of rounds were gonna actually be tough for Usyk, but he made the first couple of rounds. He started winning from the word go. When he started landing like 2 or 3 left hands and popping Joshua's head back, I said, "Oh,
Right.
Joshua about to be in trouble. He about to be in trouble because Usyk not gonna stop. He not gonna stop. He gonna get better as the fight goes on. And if you see in the 10th round, the 11th round, the 12th round, Joshua was about ready to go. He
Mhm.
was about ready to go. He was getting tired. He was gasping for air. And I gotta say
Yep.
this too, because OG, you know this. His
Mhm.
corner was trash to me last night. And I got to go back and watch more fights of him in the corner. He knocked everybody out so much. I really never paid attention to what goes on in his corner. But for those y'all that don't know, go watch in between the rounds. Joshua had his hands up on the turnbuckles or on the ropes like this
Right. Right.
in
You're supposed to
between
put
every
your
round.
hands
And if
down
you,
and feet
yeah,
open,
and if
legs
you know
open.
yes, sir, you're supposed
Yep.
to have your hands down so you can get that oxygen to your blood. And I
Yep.
mean, yeah, the oxygen to your arms, and they didn't tell him to do that, and they just let him do that. So what are they really teaching him over there? You know what I'm saying? Seem like it's a bunch of dudes over there just trying to, get some money. Seem
Well,
like it's a
yeah.
bunch of dudes over there trying to get some money and not really not really trying to train him or make him better. So the lack of confidence that he showed before the fight, it showed itself in the fight. And this comment right here couldn't be more true. He just ain't got no dog in him, bro. He just ain't got no dog in him. He don't have, and I think, and we'll get to this about the rematch or whatever later, but I think it might get much worse for him in the rematch. So as far as the boxing match though, salute to Usyk. Ricky Williams is right. He didn't really do anything special, but he did what he was capable of doing. That's being a better boxer, landing the more crisper punches. And I told people, you ain't got to hit hard to hurt Anthony Joshua. Everybody kept saying Usyk ain't got no power, man. Usyk, he don't have the power to hurt Anthony Joshua. Bro, you don't have to have power.
Yeah.
All you got to do is touch his chin.
Yeah.
All you got to do is touch his chin. You'll hurt him eventually.
Yeah.
You hurt him eventually. That man got chin issues. He got huge chin issues. All them weights, eating all them weights for breakfast, that ain't going to make you be able to take a shot, man. So salute to Oleksandr Usyk, the new unified champion. And it is what it is. But I want to get to this. Let me catch up in the comments. Then I want to ask OG a question and pass it back to him. Dante Hall says AJ hasn't had good training. Hurd needs to let him come to America and train and build himself back up in an American gym. He don't need a rematch right now. Well, he gonna have to, because he ain't nothing without them belts. He gonna have to have a rematch, and he gonna have to try to get them belts back immediately, because until then, he's just a regular fighter. They built him up that way as this hype job, as this destructor, as this guy that can beat everybody that's the best. So without them belts, he ain't nothing, man. He got to try to go get them belts back.
Let me say something real fast.
Yes, sir.
Knockout. Now, Anthony Joshua, first of all, he fought Usyk fight. He didn't fight his fight. He should have fought his fight. But then again, also, Anthony Joshua is like one of these guys that tried out boxing. You know how some people go to kickboxing just to stay in shape, you know, just to be, exercise and shit. And he tried boxing, he liked it, and they pretty much saw the size, and and he probably was kind of a little buff at that time. And then they tried to make a boxer out of him, and they did. And then they pretty much put him up on a pedestal, which he shouldn't have been that high. And then, of course, he won that medal. Reason why he won that medal, because it was in London that when he won that medal. So he won that gold medal because the Olympics was in London. So that one I was looking at also. And I also was looking at that Anthony Joshua. They pretty much chose him as the London Olympic gold medalist to be the #1 heavyweight in the pros. And that pretty much is the chosen one. Like I used to tell everybody in my chat, he's the chosen one. And that's what they did, because like you said 3 minutes ago, without those belts, he's an ordinary heavyweight fighter. That's it. Nothing special. Matter of fact, Deontay Wilder is looking better than he is looking. At least last night he was. He is.
Yeah.
So that's all I had to say about that.
And I think now we see kind of why they were hesitant to make that fight with Deontay Wilder, because I'm a firm believer now, and I could be wrong. If they ever make the fight, we'll break it down and do the prediction. But I'm a firm believer now. All Deontay Wilder has to do is hit him once. If he hits him once, we might have us a Dominic Brazil moment. Like, his chin is that weak to me, y'all. Like his chin is that weak to me, to where like he can't get out of the way of Deontay Wilder's punch. And when he hits him, I don't think he's gonna be able to take it. I don't think he's gonna be able to take it. So let's move to the ramification. I'm gonna pass it right back to you, because I want to get your thoughts on this, because I think it's fascinating. What do you think happens next? Do you think, assuming, and I heard you mention it, you think they're gonna do the rematch? And if the rematch happens, do you think Joshua has any chance? Are there any adjustments that he can make or anything like that? What's your thoughts on what this fight means for both fighters moving forward?
Well, moving forward, Joshua, he wants to rematch real bad, what I was reading this morning, and he's really pressing for that rematch. But I don't think it's going to make a difference. I don't think Anthony Joshua can get no better. He's just a big guy. He can't use angles like Usyk can. You can't stop him from using angles like Usyk does. His feints, he's pretty much, he's drawn into his fighters fight. That's his habit. And I don't think he can get no better by a rematch. And once he do get a rematch, and if he lose that rematch, I think he's going to be a gatekeeper at that time. I think he's just going to be another heavyweight that was a unified champion, but and that not undisputed, unified because he ain't got the
Mhm.
WBC yet. We'll see that on October the 9th. But still, but I don't think he can do no better than that. But Usyk, now, one thing about Usyk, he has the belts now. I think that he will make a fight with Wilder way before Anthony Joshua will ever think about making a fight
Mm.
with Wilder. Because Usyk is not that type of fighter that will run. He's not that type of fighter that would do that slick talk and not sit there and try to dodge and fight somebody else. And matter of fact, Dylan White took it harder than Anthony Joshua. What I hear, because he know that he ain't gonna never get a chance to fight him again. I mean, I'm like, why is he so upset? You know,
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess that's how it go now. Now everybody's gonna be looking at the young heavyweights now, like Jerry Anderson, and Jonathan Rice might be one of them. Never know. Michael Coffey, he already got beat. So we got some good heavyweights coming up, but still in all, Usyk is right there. Wilder's right
Mhm.
there, and Anthony Joshua is still right there. Now I'm not gonna mention Fury because he's unpredictable. So
Yeah.
right
He
now,
might retire. You never know with
right,
him for sure.
exactly. So Anthony Joshua says 10 more years he's gonna fight, but he ain't got 10 more years.
He
So
can't fight till he's 40 with that chin. He out his
no,
mind. With that
right,
chin, it's gonna get worse.
right.
It's
Yeah,
gonna get
yeah,
worse as you get older. So good
yeah,
luck to you. Salute to Snacks B in that super chat
yeah.
says, "Oh, I appreciate that, homie. Oh, I got you, man. I appreciate you coming through."
Mhm,
So this is what Joshua had to say because you made the point about the rematch. He says, "I can't go back and sulk. That's wasting time. I couldn't
mhm.
see in the ninth round. I couldn't see anything really because my eye was shut. It was a good experience because in adversity, you've just got to learn to control yourself, stay on top of things. So when I couldn't see anything, it's the first time that has happened in the fight. Joshua is now ready to go back into camp and to better himself for a second fight. I'm ready to get back to training. It was a good 12 rounder, so I'll be in a good place when I get back to training to pick up where I left off." What do you think of those comments?
That's some shit. Yeah, his eye won't close. His eye wasn't closed. Come on, man.
Oh man.
I mean,
Yeah.
it was open, but it just that Usyk was he was watching this and got hit by that. It wasn't that it was closed or anything. I mean, sure, that's a good excuse, but everybody thought it was open. I even said it when I called the fight. I said it's swollen, but if there was more rounds, if we still going 15, it probably would have been closed at 15. But still, right now, Usyk was working on that eye, and that was that straight left. That was that straight left that got that eye swollen in the first place. Now, Usyk was bleeding a little
Mhm.
bit on the nose, but that wasn't nothing big or anything like that. But not like Anthony Joshua. But his eye wasn't closed. So I don't know who
Mhm.
wrote that for him or who he trying to fool, but his eye was not closed at all. So matter of fact, I don't even think he broke anything. That's just a bunch of bullshit. That's a
Yeah.
bunch of. Oh, I'm sorry, your daughter thing,
No,
but
no,
that's
you
just
good. They probably went back to sleep. You good. It's all
okay, but
good. It's all
but still, uh, uh, um, no, Anthony Joshua, sure he might get the rematch because I know Eddie Hearn going to press for it because that's his golden goose. That's his
Mhm.
golden goose that laid the golden egg. Without Anthony Joshua, now who he has? Who do he really have? Dylan White, he's not on steady legs. So where do Eddie Hearn go from there? So I mean, he's gonna have to find another heavyweight that gonna pretty much be dominant like Anthony Joshua was. Now I will admit they love Anthony Joshua over in London.
Oh yeah,
Now,
it was a sellout.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So now let's see how much they love him now. And I'm just curious.
Right.
I'm just curious. I'm not saying they're gonna hate on him because he did have he made a lot of money. I think what 10 million last night, something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, 10 million. So he made a lot of money. He made a lot of money for Matchroom or DAZN, whatever. And so we're just gonna see how they treat him. We know how they treat Wilder, but we want to know how they're gonna treat Anthony Joshua. So
And salute to my homie Batman in the building. He said Joe Juggernaut Joyce is gonna be a problem for all them guys. Yeah, he
mm,
definitely is. Usyk beat him already, but he
mm,
definitely is, and that was a long time ago. So yeah, I'm looking to see. They said Mark Stern says
yeah.
fact singing OG Usyk will fight Wilder and get knocked the f out. Yeah, man. I think
Mhm.
if you putting odds on it, yes, Usyk will fight Wilder way before, or the winner of Wilder Fury way before Joshua will. Now, about Joshua's quotes, y'all may think I'm crazy, but those quotes right there give me all the information I need to know that Usyk probably gonna knock his ass out in the rematch. And the reason I say that is because, like, you gotta be able to admit, number one, why you lost. Like, yeah, number one, yeah, I wasn't close in the 9th round. Yeah, I didn't get all the way swole up to like the 11th or 12th round. That's the first thing. So you already trying to make excuses and trying to like reason your way out of how you could have possibly lost. And so when you lose like how he lost, you got to go to the drawing board and you got to admit what you did wrong, and what you can do better. And to me, what he would have to do to win against Usyk is he would have to turn back into that, and y'all may think I'm crazy, he would have to turn back into that big Hulk coming in at 250, 255 pounds and just come in going straight for the knockout, and know in his mind and know to himself, I really only got about 4 or 5 rounds to do this shit because I got gas tank issues. And if I get to boxing with him, I'm probably gonna get stopped. So I'm gonna go in here, I'm gonna get as big and as strong as I possibly can, and I'm coming straight after his ass from the first bell. And I only got about 4 or 5 rounds to knock him out because I can't go a 12 rounder with this dude. But that takes an incredible amount of heart. That takes an incredible amount of mental toughness that I just don't think he have. I think he gonna go in for the rematch. He gonna try to train and act like his boxing skills are gonna get that much better overnight. He gonna come in around 240, 242 again, and it's gonna be insane. And that means doing the same shit over and over and over again and expecting a different result. But this time he gonna get his ass knocked out because Usyk gonna have his timing figured out better. He gonna have his confidence. Now he know he can take Anthony Joshua's shot. And once you lose to somebody, I keep telling people this ain't like when he lost to Ruiz. When he lost to Andy Ruiz, he lost to somebody that was on short notice, that had never won a title before, and that came in about 40 or 50 pounds heavier. When you lose to Usyk, you losing to somebody that was an Olympic gold medalist, a former undisputed champion that never lost in his professional career, that literally has made his career going into people's backyard and taking their belts in their home country. That's what he do, bro. That's what he do. Like, ain't no big fights happening in the Ukraine, fam, where he from. So he been having to travel wherever you from. If it's America, he come over here and take it. If it was the UK, he come over here and take your belt. That's a mentally tough, confident ass, skillful ass fighter, bro. So this is totally different. And to me, this is worse than what Ruiz beat him with, because Ruiz, he can just say, oh, he caught me with a shot. He and I can get better. I can use my distance and I can outbox Ruiz because he actually showed he had better boxing skills than Andy Ruiz. This is totally different because in this one, you got your ass beat, you got your ass outboxed, you just got to a situation to where he was just better than you. And now he's gonna be even more confident. Now you're giving Usyk more time to get acclimated to heavyweight. Now you're gonna give him more time to train for you. Now when he was studying your film and studying for you before, he was studying you against other fighters. Now he can go look at film of what you did against him. And that's a whole different ball game in a rematch. So I expect it to be much worse. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I expect it to be much worse. And salute to DP Rocker. This might be Pavlik Taylor type deal. Yeah, where it's a bad matchup and it's not gonna get any better, bro. It's not gonna get any better for Anthony Joshua, in my opinion. So and you touched on it a little bit, and the brothers and sisters been asking about it in the chat. I think Usyk will fight Wilder. I think he'll fight Deontay Wilder. Look, Usyk.
Hold on. I gotta do one thing. Go ahead.
Go ahead, yeah. For whatever y'all want to say about Usyk, look, I ain't saying you gotta be the big fan of him. I ain't saying you don't gotta like him. But what I'm saying is, who you got pound for pound number one right now? Who you got that's willing to fight tough ass fights and go to people's country, bro? Like, let's not lose sight of the fact, fam, that Oleksandr Usyk went to Anthony Joshua's hometown and took that shit. Like, went to where he got the biggest fan base and took his shit. This is somebody, in my opinion, I know a lot of people saying, well, he ain't gonna fight Deontay Wilder. He gonna duck Deontay Wilder. I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. I think he gonna go in there. He gonna honor his rematch with Anthony Joshua, as he should. You see the difference between me and a lot of people out there. Like, I'm not saying, oh, he done beat him. He should just ignore his contract with Anthony Joshua and then go try to fight the winner of Wilder Fury for undisputed. No, he shouldn't do that. He should honor his contract. And I'm of the firm belief that he will go fight the winner of Wilder and Fury, bro. He'll fight the winner of Wilder Fury because Usyk just built different, y'all. Like, he a dog, bro. He an absolute dog. Like, he going in there and he's really trying to be great. He really want to be the two-time undisputed champion, like in two separate weight classes. The shit that we want Terrence Crawford to chase, this guy Usyk is chasing that shit, bro. So I believe he will fight Wilder or Fury, whoever wins, when the chance presents itself. And I think he's gonna take care of business with Anthony Joshua first. And don't be surprised if he go in there and he'd be like, yeah, we can fight in your hometown again, bro. Usyk a dog like that. Like, don't be
Right. Yeah.
surprised. Like, bro, we can fight in your hometown again. It's cool. We can fight at your house, bro. We can go fight at your mama house. It's cool. I'm gonna beat your ass wherever we fight at. So he got that type of mentality. He ain't scared of nobody. He ain't backing down from nobody. He really believe his boxing skills are gonna hold the day for him. He really does believe that shit. And I can't get mad at him for believing that, because guess what? So far in his life, he been right. He been right this whole time. So that's where I'm at with it. I believe he will fight Wilder or Fury, whoever win. Of course, I'm going for Wilder to win that fight. I ain't breaking it down and predicting it yet, but I will be openly rooting for Deontay Wilder to win that fight. And I think once Usyk take care of the business in this rematch with Anthony Joshua, he'll fight the winner of that fight, man. Usyk ain't one of these types of dudes that's running around here trying to get clout, trying to act like he wants something that he don't. Nah, he really, because keep in mind, he always want to fight the best. If Joshua and Fury went through, y'all realize Usyk was about to fight Joe Joyce. He was about to
Right.
fight Joe Joyce, so he want
Yeah.
any and all smoke. Like, let's not get that twisted. But OG, what you think of that? You think
Uh,
Usyk is really gonna go for undisputed like he's saying, and he gonna play some of these clout chasing games?
well, no, Isaiah Hernandez is right. He's like an old throwback fighter. You know, he want to prove. He want to prove that he's the best in that division. He want to go all the way. He don't want to go halfway. He don't want to half step it. Now, this is the problem though. The belts that he do hold now, is he gonna have to fight his mandatory? Got to think about that. They're gonna try to throw some mandatories in there for him, everything,
Mm-hmm.
prolong it. And now Wilder's not a young man, so I mean Wilder, once he take care of business on October the 9th, no matter how it turn out, well, hopefully it turn out Wilder favor, but he got to get on that. He got to press that fight. They got to try to make that fight, and maybe, just maybe, Wilder is better now than he was before. Because we all know that he's a better fighter now than he was before
Mm-hmm.
because of the time and everything. But now Usyk wants all the marbles. He did it at cruiserweight. Now heavyweight. Now he's almost there. Now he just need one belt,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's it. And I doubt very seriously, like Mr. Hernandez said, he's an old throwback fighter, and throwback fighters are hungry. Throwback fighters want to be the best of the best. Throwback fighters want to get in there and grind and mix it up, and they want to see. Now that's one fighter I can say that he do want to fight the best. That's
Yep,
one thing about it.
facts.
He
And that's
want to
why
fight
that's
the
why he
best.
get nothing but the utmost respect from me. And salute to Mr. Mechanical in that
Mhm.
super chat. I appreciate you, Mr. Mechanical, showing love and supporting the channel. He says, I agree. Usyk is about that smoke. He's coming for undisputed. Whoever has the title, he's coming for undisputed, but it won't end well with Bomb Squad. And then right under that comment, Sparks 34 says Usyk will beat Wilder comfortably, in my opinion.
Okay.
I don't think
Okay.
anybody beats Wilder comfortably just because of the power. Like, you got to be worried about that shit from round 1 all the way to round 12. But I
Mhm.
will say this: I feel better today about heavyweight undisputed than I did yesterday. I feel better today that we can possibly get a heavyweight undisputed champion in
Yep.
2022 than I did before the fight started yesterday. And let me say this. I'm gonna go ahead and say it now. The pound for pound list, I do my pound for pound list 2 times a year. I did it earlier this year. I had Usyk in like the top 5. I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. When it drops, I'm not gonna give y'all the whole list, but Usyk is my number 1 pound for pound fighter right now. He's my number 1
Mhm.
pound for pound fighter in the sport. And let me tell y'all why. Let me explain it to y'all. I believe in my heart the jump from cruiserweight to heavyweight is the most difficult jump you can make from division to division. You got to understand, when you go from cruiserweight to heavyweight, you go from fighting dudes that's 200 pounds and he fighting a dude that's 240 at this point. And so the definition of pound for pound is, what would you do if y'all were all the same size? He done took that shit to a new level to where it ain't about what I would do if I'm your size. I'm still gonna be undersized. I'm still gonna be smaller than you, and I'm still gonna come in there and beat your ass after being undisputed at cruiserweight and cleaning out the cruiserweight division. And he did something that no other undisputed champions did. Well, what you talking about, knockout? What do you do? Because there's been some undisputed champions. Name me the other undisputed champion in the 4-belt era that actually defended their undisputed crown. Because see, all the other undisputed champions in the 4-belt era, they dropped their belts and they left and went up. He actually defended his belt and then moved up. And then he moved up, regardless of what we think about Anthony Joshua, about him being overhyped, overrated. One thing that we got to say is that everybody, consensus, well, I ain't going to say everybody, but for the most part, everybody had him as a top 3 heavyweight. Everybody had him as a top 3 heavyweight. We can't now retroactively and go back and say, oh, well, Anthony Joshua, he ain't shit. I knew he wasn't shit. Nah, bro, because that takes away credit from Oleksandr Usyk. So I'm going to tell y'all right here, right now, I know we got probably some Earl Spence fans in the building. It's always some Canelo Alvarez fans lurking in the background somewhere. Oleksandr Usyk is the number 1 pound for pound fighter, in my opinion, right now in the world. But what you got on that, OG? You think I'm tripping, or do you think that's about right? Where would you have him, just off the top of your head? Where would you have Usyk right now as it pertains to your pound for pound list?
Well, right now, this performance last night, I would say yes, pound for pound, number 1, because like you just said, he unified at cruiserweight, defending a couple titles there, and now he's going up to he's in heavyweight, and now he has all the belts except 1, and I have no doubt in my mind that he will make a fight with Wilder. If Wilder if time presents itself, no mandatories or anything like that, and I mean, I don't have no doubt in my mind. If Wilder's, don't have to fight or get a fight ordered or eliminated, whatever, then I think that him and Wilder will make a good fight, a good unification fight, and finally we get a chance to see a heavyweight unification fight. Because remember, for 10 years, Klitschko held that belts, and no one was there to challenge him. So I mean, Usyk, he ain't scared of nobody. He would get in there and fight. And now this is the thing about it. Last night, I think it backfired on Anthony Joshua. See, Anthony Joshua thought he was going to go and pretty much not chase him, but have to walk him down, cut off the ring and everything. But Usyk stood right there in the pocket, the smaller man. He stood right there in the center of the ring and sat there and fought with Anthony Joshua, the bigger fighter. I mean, it was like battle of the jabs, the first 1 and 2 rounds. So Usyk kind of like, okay, well, I'm going to turn the table. I'm not going to sit there and give you all this lateral movement, not for no 12 rounds. I'm going to sit here and box with you. And it was a strategic, top, great fight. No lateral movement, no too much on the ropes, no clinching a lot. It was just strategic. Both guys were trying to land their jabs. Both guys were trying to go down to the body. And Anthony Joshua was just a little bit slower than Usyk. Usyk was knocking that jab down and getting right into his face and chest and stern. So, I mean, it was a good fight. Now, if you're a boxing fan, you know that a position, feet position is everything, and distance is everything. And I think Anthony Joshua could not get his timing and distance down correctly because he was scared that he's going to get countered, and he didn't want to get countered, just like Andy Ruiz did. So,
yes, sir. And Rick Williams says facts. Mr. McCown says facts. AJ was considered a top 3 heavyweight for what it's worth. And then I had this up here. Y'all go subscribe to my brother L Dub Boxing, man. He's doing great work over there. And the reason why I want y'all to subscribe to him, because he is a boxing encyclopedia damn near, because he just corrected me, and I always appreciate knowledge and education. And I'm humble, bro. I'm never gonna act like I know everything. And he just corrected me. So B-Hop, Bernard Hopkins, we got to give him his credit. He defended his undisputed crown in the 4-belt era against Howard Eastman, but then he lost to Jermaine Taylor. So I appreciate that, L Dub. Thanks for keeping me straight, my brother. But y'all go subscribe to my bro L Dub boxing, man. But yeah, he definitely did. I remember that now, L Dub. I was a little younger back then, but you sure are right. But long story short, I guess my overall point, he doing something that we don't see a lot. He doing something that we don't see a lot, and I want to address this comment, and then we can move on because Eddie Hearn had a lot to say. And I know KQKC. I want to get his blood boiling a little bit because I know he loves him some Eddie Hearn. Not really. He can't stand Eddie Hearn. So I want to read what Eddie Hearn had to say in a minute and get KQKC to react to it for me. But Romeo Harris says heavyweights don't belong on the pound for pound. That's why it's called pound for pound. It's for the smaller weights. Heavyweights are the biggest and baddest in the land. I understand that point of view. My point of view is this, though. The reason why I include Oleksandr Usyk in mine is because he didn't start at heavyweight. So I agree with you partially. Like, if you started at heavyweight, if you were, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, I don't have guys like that on my pound for pound list because they always been in heavyweight. But we got to acknowledge what Usyk did before he became a heavyweight. That's why I have him on my pound for pound list. Like, this isn't somebody that's been a heavyweight the whole time. He moved up from another division where he was undisputed at, where he fought at for the majority of his career, because this was only his third fight at heavyweight. So he was at cruiserweight. He became undisputed, defended his title. Then he moved up. And in his third fight, he's already beaten who many consider to be the number one dude in the entire division. That's why I got him on my pound for pound list, Romero, because I believe that you can make exceptions. And at the end of the day, it's my pound for pound list. It's my rule. So I want to put Usyk on it. He on that shit. that's just what it is with me. But you got anything you want to say on that, OG?
Oh no. I was just gonna say something about DP Rocker. He was saying what point of the view, of the fight was Anthony Joshua hurt, and I will say pretty much the 11th and 12th round when Usyk pretty much was teeing off on him. And
he was asking, did Joshua ever have Usyk hurt? Did you think that Joshua ever had Usyk hurt?
Oh, okay. Actually, no. Well, at least he didn't seem like he was hurt. I mean,
the only thing I saw,
right.
DP. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the only thing I saw, DP, is that I could tell Usyk felt those body shots. That's the only thing I'll give Anthony Joshua. When he did go to the body, because he hit a couple of nice hooks and a couple of nice uppercuts to the body, Usyk felt that. He backed off on that. But hurt, like what you talking about, hurt? Nah, bro. And that's the thing that I also learned about Usyk. He got a chin. Can he take Deontay Wilder's right hand? I don't think anybody on the planet can. I don't think anybody on the planet can take his right hand. If it lands flush, if it lands right, he can always hurt you. He can always get you out of there. But Usyk got a chin, and he can take heavyweight punchers. And so that means like he can outbox a lot of. I think we really got to reconsider after this fight. We got to really reconsider the way that we were viewing Oleksandr Usyk, because a lot of people like, oh, he ain't look the same. He this, he that. He showed that he obviously he gonna be faster and more fleet of foot than every heavyweight he step in the ring with. That's just a fact. He's probably gonna always be the most skilled boxer, and now he can take their punches too. Usyk a problem, y'all. Usyk is a huge problem for the heavyweight division. And L-Dub agrees when he says AJ bodywork kept him in the fight. That's a fact. That's the only thing that kept him in the fight and kept Usyk from just stopping him. And I believe, I'm telling L-Dub, you can put your thoughts in the chat. I believe Usyk gonna stop AJ if when they fight again, because it sounded like both sides want the rematch. Usyk gonna honor his word, because that's how he get down. And Eddie Hearn, and I'll get to his quotes here in a second, he's already saying Joshua is pushing for the rematch too. I don't see that shit going past 8 rounds. I really don't. I really don't, because again, LW, and I said this, I don't know if you were in the building, I think Anthony Joshua would have to just bulk back up to that 250-pound bodybuilding dude and just go for the knockout in the first 4 or 5 rounds. That's his only shot, bro. That's his only shot in that fight, is to just go for broke and go for the knockout. Let's see what the other brothers talking about. He hurt him with a body shot. AJ didn't press him. That's a fact. Smooth Groove, salute to you, bro. Appreciate you coming through. See, I didn't understand why Joshua didn't fight like the taller man. Shaking my head. See, and I don't agree with that, Smooth Groove, and here's why, bro. If fighting like the taller man means fighting behind your jab, and that means he was trying to box with Usyk. So I actually believe he tried to fight like the taller man. He tried to box. He tried to use his jab. He should have been trying to fight like the stronger man. He should have been trying to fight like the more powerful man, like the dude that's in there to really try to wreck something and fight to his advantages. Because tall or not, I don't care how much arm reach he got on Usyk. I don't care if he go train for the next 2 years. He'll never have better boxing skills than Usyk. Never. So he got to readjust what he was doing, and he gonna have no shot in the rematch. Let me read these quotes to OG because I want to hear what he got to say. So this is what Eddie Hearn had to say, y'all. They interviewed him, and by the way, Eddie Hearn looked like he was gonna cry after the fight.
You ain't lying.
He looked like he was about to cry after the fight, man. He was so sad. He was hurt. He just gave Anthony Joshua that lifetime contract. He was in that mug. His feelings was hurt. But this is what he says. He says, I think the rematch is very tough, but there's absolutely nowhere to hide, is there? You know what I mean? AJ is at the stage of his career. He wants his world championship. He's already talking about it now. The doctors are trying to see him. We have to check that eye socket. For me, it looks like it, could be damaged eye socket. He says, no, he's fine. He said he couldn't see from about the 9th round, but, mainly because of the swelling. But, he remained on his feet. For me, he will go straight into the rematch. And we'll discuss that as a team. It's not one for tonight, but knowing him, he'll want to do it all over again. He'll have to bring something different because on that performance, Usyk was the better man. He also says it can't compare to Andy Ruiz's defeat because that was one that just blew us all away. It's sport. You win, you lose. And at the top level, when you're fighting the very best in the sport, the pound for pound top fighters, you can lose. And we said this in the build up to this fight. It was a risky fight to take. He wanted to take this fight. He wanted to fight the best. He wanted to hold on to his belts. Tonight they went. They went before and he won them back. And that'll be his hunger to regain his championships. Going to be difficult to do against Oleksandr Usyk, who is going to go into a rematch with a lot of confidence. So did Andy Ruiz, and he won it back from him. But proud of AJ as always for rising to the challenge, for staying on his feet in the 12th round, even with the injury, and just another chapter. You go down, you brush yourself off. The first thing he said is, I've got to get back to the gym on Monday. What do you think about all that?
Man, that's some bullshit. First of all, look, Eddie Hearn keep on talking about injury, right? He had a swollen eye, okay? And it wasn't closed shut. Now, he said it was swollen where he couldn't see. It wasn't swollen that much. I mean, and plus, first of all, Anthony Joshua is not Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz was pretty much looked through by Anthony Joshua. That was a last-minute replacement, and he didn't know that a guy that size had fast hands like that. But what Usyk did, Usyk broke his ass down, Eddie. All right? He broke him down. All right, that's what he did. Round after round, he pretty much gave him a strategic boxing lesson. All right, and that's what he was doing. Now, he thought that he was going to pretty much have to chase him or cut off the ring on him, but don't give me that this is an injury, and there wasn't no injury. He just got hit by them straight left hands, and Hearn just full of shit, right? And damn well they ain't going straight into no rematch right now, because Anthony Joshua, he the type who got to sit back, analyze things, just like with Andy Ruiz. It took a while for them to get that rematch together, and they had it overseas or somewhere else. So Eddie is looking at how he can make the biggest dollar on this rematch, and I think this rematch is going to be bigger than the first fight. Because now they wondering what Anthony Joshua is going to do. But Anthony Joshua is going to be the same Anthony Joshua he was last night. I mean, he just can't improve like that. I mean, he can't improve when he's seeing Oleksandr Usyk stepping around him, and that's how he was getting hit with them straight left hands. Usyk was throwing down the jab and pretty much feinting with the jab, going up, going down with it, going up high, going down low, then come down with the left hand right down to the stern. Like I tell everybody, like you said too, you don't have to have power. Those were scoring punches. And you hit them enough, they're gonna start pretty much taking a toll on you. And now he took Anthony Joshua in deep waters. I'm talking about 12 rounds, and he was getting tired. He started blowing out his mouth. And then, like you said, of course, he had his hands and arms up on the turnbuckle, and that takes a toll on you. Your legs is not open. That takes a toll on you. So Anthony Joshua got beat on all points as far as position, punch placement, and fatigue. So, I mean, Eddie, he's full of shit. He is. He is full of shit. He one of them guys that, he'll tell a lie and he come right back around and tell a lie, but go back around like he said something. right? It wasn't
Yeah.
nothing but a lie in the first place. So it wasn't, it wasn't no injury. It was just that it was a boxing match, and that's what happens when you fight. That is combat sports. Everybody has an injury. Everybody has busted lip, busted nose, swollen eye. I mean, that's just what it is. And I guarantee you that ain't gonna be no broken eye socket. I guarantee you that. So
Yeah. So Eddie Hearn, man, Eddie Hearn whole life flashed before his eyes last night.
yes, yes,
Y'all gotta understand, like, who's his biggest stars, right? Canelo Alvarez and Anthony Joshua. Canelo Alvarez is fighting the biggest fight of his life on Showtime. He's
mm-hmm,
fighting the biggest fight of his life on Showtime coming up. So that
mm-hmm.
money gone. He losing out on that money. And now AJ, his other golden goose, his other big money maker, just took a huge L. Y'all understand what's gonna happen to the zone and they subscriptions and people watching their app if all you got to offer them is Conor Ben because Anthony Joshua goes and loses this damn rematch
I
and
know.
gets his ass beat. They gonna be trying to sell us Conor Ben and Liam Smith, Callum, Liam and
Yeah,
shit on some
right.
main events and shit. Eddie Hearn somewhere punching the air like Trey from Boys in the
I
Hood
know.
right now, y'all. He
You ain't
pissed
lying.
off,
Yeah,
bro.
his golden goose was cooked last night, baby.
Man, he somewhere pissed off. And so all these comments, they was bullshit. But it just shows you that they in denial because remember, see, I pay attention to everybody. You remember Anthony Joshua said it was an eye injury. And then Eddie Hearn came back in these quotes and said he doesn't think anything's wrong with the eye. They can't even get their story straight, man. And so Eddie
Right.
Hearn just trying to save face, trying to cover up. And he was talking about how they said it was a tough. We told y'all it would be a tough fight leading up to the build up. Man, y'all told us that because y'all was trying to build up Anthony
Build up the
Joshua so that
fight.
if
Exactly.
he won the fight, y'all be like, see, he just beat a tough opponent. He just did this, he just did that. No, man, it was you picked the wrong one. You
You
picked the
think
wrong one, and I've been trying to tell you picked the wrong one. But salute to Oleksandr Usyk, but Eddie Hearn just doing what Eddie Hearn do, trying to save face. And I'm gonna tell y'all, he making it. Like I don't care if Anthony Joshua want the rematch or not. He just got that lifetime contract. Eddie Hearn, like, look, man, you gonna take this rematch. You gonna take
yeah.
this rematch because it's gonna be a huge, as KQKC was saying, it's gonna be a huge ass fight. It's gonna be a big fight. It's gonna be bigger than the first one because now, like he said, people gonna want. Can Anthony Joshua bounce back again? Can he do what he did against Andy Ruiz? And get his belts back? This a whole different monster though, y'all. And I spoke about it very briefly and very early in the show, and I'll go into a little bit more detail now. This a
Mhm.
whole different monster. This ain't like when he lost to Andy Ruiz. This ain't like when he lost to Andy Ruiz. When he lost to Andy Ruiz, he got knocked out in the 7th round, but he did get caught with an equilibrium shot earlier in the fight, and he was never the same since. So you can go back, you can watch that film, you can see, okay, I caught him here. And remember, he actually had success against Andy Ruiz when he lost to him the first time because he knocked Andy Ruiz down too. He caught Andy Ruiz with some big shots too, and he had some things that he can go back. Okay, if I do this, if I make this adjustment, I can go in there and I can really outbox him and I can fight to my length. And then it helped him, the Andy Ruiz, never being in that moment before. He kind of set on his laurels. He started eating too many burritos, too many
Mhm.
tacos and shit. And then he didn't come to the
Yeah.
second fight in shape because he felt like he had already won the biggest fight of his life. This a whole
Mhm.
different monster. Number one, the
Mhm.
way that he lost this fight to me is worse. When you get your ass beat for 12 rounds and
Mhm.
you get thoroughly outboxed and the dude just beats you at your craft, that's a lot harder to come back from than some knockout where a dude caught you with a shot and you were never the same in a fight. That's the first thing. And then the second
Yeah.
thing, you crazy if you think that Oleksandr Usyk is all of a sudden going to go somewhere and get fat. He's all of a sudden going to go somewhere and sit down. You dealing with a confident, self-disciplined, self-assured fighter here that's way more skilled and used to winning and been at the top of the top. We talking about over 300 amateur victories. We're talking about an
Yeah.
Olympic gold medalist. We're talking about somebody, if you go to his amateur record, yeah, he lost to Sean Porter. A lot of people talk about that, but he also
Mhm.
beat Artur Beterbiev twice in the amateurs. He also beat Joe Joyce in the amateurs. Like, you
Yeah.
talking about somebody that's going to come in there and it's like, bro, going really try to put it on you. And Usyk, his ring IQ is high. He's like a computer in that ring, bro. So he's gonna go in there. He's gonna look at the data. He's gonna look at what he did in the first fight, and if you and he's gonna be even more confident. He's gonna have an even easier beat on Anthony Joshua. So Eddie Hearn is tripping, even trying to make that comparison. Is what I'm trying to tell y'all. This second fight is nothing like the second fight with Andy Ruiz, because I don't think Anthony Joshua has anything he can go to where he was successful enough to try to do that over and over again and replicate a win, because Usyk was adjusting on his ass in the middle of the fight. Like, he caught Usyk with some good body shots. Usyk said, okay, all right, yeah, I
Right.
felt them. And he started pivoting around even harder and
Yep.
throwing that left hand to the body and knocking Joshua off balance. You ain't see no more body shots in the last 3 or 4 rounds of that fight. So he already caught on to that shit. Like, but if Joshua goes into this rematch trying to do anything that he thought worked in the second fight, it's not gonna work. And then Usyk is gonna be even more acclimated to the weight, y'all. He said it himself. His quote was, "You didn't see the best Usyk. I can be much better." That's scary.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
scary. That's exactly what he
Yeah.
said. He
Hmm.
said, I've been working so hard since January. It took me a half a year, and I haven't seen my family. I miss them so much. You didn't see the
Wow.
best Usyk. I can be much better. And he also said the fight wasn't that hard. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, Eddie. You think it's gonna be the same if you want to. You
Hmm.
think it's gonna be the same if you want to. And y'all do this for me. And I'm gonna pass it back to OG. Y'all do this right here, man. Smash the like button, bro.
Hmm.
If you can't donate to the channel, cool. I'm not tripping. If you can't hit the super chat, cool. I'm not tripping. But y'all need to get the people this content, man. And the way you do that, we gotta break this damn YouTube algorithm, and y'all gotta smash that like button for us, please, 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 and thank you. Mark Stern says Eddie Hearn is dumb as shit, and he made one bad decision after another. Now he blew his biggest paycheck being greedy and having AJ under protective custody. What an absolute idiot. Yeah, and that's what I was just alluding to. And I wanted OG to touch on it, man. Do the president of the zone, you think they looking at Eddie Hearn sideways this morning and mad that they made this investment in him? What you think is going on in the zone offices right now?
Man, about 6, 7 months ago, the zone was starting to lose a lot of money. Okay, and they started looking at Eddie kind of like, what's going on? Eddie, kind of want nobody buy no subscriptions. So what they did, they let the contract expire with Sky Sports and let the zone pretty much, going to take their place. But Eddie is lying his ass off, because Anthony Joshua, when have he ever wanted to fight someone that he know that he can't beat? Because that's why he dodged and Deontay Wilder. Now, Usyk, he beat him. Now, of course, Anthony Joshua would love for a rematch, but he don't want it right now, Eddie. You know that. That's you talking. You want it right now because you want to get him right back in his groove, for he loses his confidence, for he lose that he can't do it. So he can't. You want him to be that. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. Right. But Anthony Joshua is not that type of fighter. He don't have that hunger in him. He don't have that urgency in him. So what he's going to do is go back and think about it and go back and look and see what he did wrong. I know what he did wrong. He underestimated Usyk, and Usyk just gave him a boxing lesson. And Usyk can box. He can move to be a heavyweight. And I ain't talking about no Tyson Fury moving. I mean, he was pretty much used. And a southpaw, it's always hard to beat a southpaw anyway. You got to be right on cue. You got to sit there and spar southpaws and everything like that. So, I mean, Eddie was looking stupid last night, because you're right. The zone is looking at him. Look, we just signed a lifetime contract with this guy. And this guy is pretty much, we had plans for this guy. Don't think they didn't. Because remember, him, Eddie Hearn, and Frank Warren, they pretty much was trying to make a fight with Joe Joyce and Tyson Fury. Either one of those two after the Wilder fight. They already had the contract ready to have that done. And that's when I said that they trying to block out Deontay Wilder. Win or lose. They still want to make that UK versus UK. They still want to make that fight, even though Tyson Fury can't fight in the UK because he doesn't have a license. But still, they were going to try to make that fight somewhere, Dubai or whatever, somewhere in the sand dunes. So, I mean, but now all that is wrecked. Now the zone's looking like, hey, what? What's going on, Eddie? I mean, and Eddie looking like, so there you go. He gonna put some lies out his ass, cause now he got to keep the zone happy. Cause remember,
Mm-hmm.
Eddie Hearn is Matchroom chairman. He's the zone just brought him in because he knows the area of boxing. Cause remember, these are millionaires. These are
Yeah.
millionaires. And they like to spend money, but hell, they sure don't like to lose it. And
Yeah, they
trust
want to
me,
make it back. Facts. Yeah.
that's right, and that's why Triller is in a turmoil right now because they don't know what the hell they doing. So they got money to burn, but they don't want to burn it and don't get nothing in return. So now keep in mind, knockout, that this fight, the press conference, they didn't have no legs. It didn't have no promotion. Not over here, it didn't. Then all of a
No.
sudden, in the last 24, 48 hours before the fight, it got big. It got
Mm-hmm.
big over here. Over there, it was already sold out. Over here, it got big, and next thing you know, boom. All right. I mean, everybody was talking about it.
Yeah,
And
because guys like us were
yep,
covering it. Yeah.
yep. There you go. So, yep,
So
a
look, Mr.
lifetime lose.
Mechanical,
Okay.
lifetime losing contract, OG. Yeah.
Yep.
Lifetime losing contract. I don't know. Eddie Hearn over there, man. Dante Hall says, I got an adjustment for AJ. Don't fight the rematch right now.
Yeah. He ain't gonna do
Yeah,
that.
he better do something. Shit. Look, man, Anthony Joshua is in trouble. So look, y'all, we got about 15 minutes left. I want to get into a couple of other topics. We didn't cover this one at nauseum. My last words on Anthony Joshua and Oleksandr Usyk. It happened how I thought it would, and in the second fight, I'm telling y'all right now, I ain't dropped the video or the breakdown yet, but hint, hint, I'll probably be picking Usyk to knock his ass out next time, man. I'll probably pick him to knock his ass out next time. I don't think there's anything Anthony Joshua can do. Before we move on to a couple of other topics, OG, you got anything else on this Anthony Joshua, Oleksandr Usyk situation, sir?
I know one thing, and John, I ain't picking your ass to win no more. All right. No, I'm just joking, but I can't see nothing else that Anthony Joshua can do. His fighting style is not made like that. His fighting style is brute strength. And if I was him, I would have used it last night. I would have hit him on the elbows. I would have hit him on the arms. I mean, that's what you have to do. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, the body was, the head moves and the body don't. So I would have just been banging that body, and coming forward. But he was fighting kind of like, he was fighting used to fight.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not that fast with his hands. He was missing while Yusuf was knocking down the jab and popping him in the face with it. So
Yeah,
but that's all I got on it. All right.
I
I
got
mean,
you. I got you.
yeah.
G Parker, I told you, bro. Hey, man, listen. You gotta listen to me, bro. I told you. Y'all was all calling me crazy, and what I don't appreciate. And we gonna move on. What I don't appreciate is on my prediction video, everybody was telling me I was crazy, and then once I got it right, y'all don't want to come back and give me my props, bro. Where the comments at talking, giving me my props and stuff, bro? I don't appreciate it. But I want to talk about this. So, gotta talk about Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez trying to explain himself as to why he will not do the rematch with Vasily Lomachenko. Teofimo Lopez says the thing is, if I had lost, would I have gotten the same respect? Would I have gotten the same thing? No, absolutely not. So now people got to swallow that pill. Why can't y'all just swallow the pill? We're on to bigger and better things. Yeah, I'm 24. Yeah, I was a young kid. I was 23 when I had my back against the ropes, but I'm pushing forward when the going get tough, and I want it, and I smashed it. I get blamed for that, but you know what? I prevailed. I made what I made, and I did what I did. What do you think of that? First of all, do you want Teofimo Lopez to rematch Vasily Lomachenko? And then do you think he's right in not wanting to? What are your thoughts on that whole situation between him and Loma?
Well, you know what? I think I want him to rematch Lomachenko. Now I understand that he said he want to move forward. He want to move over to bigger and better things. That is bigger and better things. Rematch him. Okay, so no one can say it was a fluke. No one can say that. He had a bad shoulder. Go ahead and win convincingly, and that's moving forward. That's pretty much shutting me up and everybody else. But now
Mm-hmm.
you acting like you scared and don't want to rematch him. So you don't want to hold, just like the rest of them, you want to hold on to the belt and don't want to put your neck out there. You want to go out there and pretty much get a big reward with a low risk. No, 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 no. You want to fight the best, and the best right now is a rematch with Lomachenko. Everybody knows that you have to give the champion a rematch, and that way you can win. And if you win decisively, then that pretty much shows everybody that you are for real. And then you moving on to bigger and better things. So I would like to see that.
Yes, sir. C. Wood says T.O. is a duck. K. Rod says T.O. is an idiot. Salute to the troll killer, Mr. Shelton. Appreciate you coming through. C. Wood says Loma beats him in the rematch. Rick Williams says Loma wouldn't give him a rematch. G. Park says I ain't mad at T.O. in the Loma situation, but damn, fight another quality fighter. Vince Williams says T.O. is scared. K. Rod says T.O. is not a real champion by not challenging Loma again. If that's easy for you to defeat him again, then do it. That scales your resume a lot better. So here's my thing, and I saw some of the brothers saying they ain't mad at Loma or T.O. in the Loma because Loma wouldn't have gave him a rematch and all of that stuff. I mean, what unified champion gives a single belt champion? Well, now you know what, two champions, they do deserve a rematch, but that's not the point I'm trying to make. Okay, the point is you shouldn't care if you Teofimo Lopez. If you want to be a big star, if you want to be this pay-per-view star and you want to make the big bucks, you got to go to the big fights. And if you're not fighting Devin Haney at 135 pounds, what's the bigger fight? And Lomachenko, the rematch will be huge. A lot of people want to see it. You will get way more money, and you want to be on pay-per-view. That's the type of fight you have to take in order for you to be on pay-per-view. So this whole notion that I'm doing this because he would have did that to me, like, miss me with that. I've always said this, and I'm going to keep trying to tell y'all this and drive this point home. All the boxers should care about, all the fighters should care about is, am I getting the most money that I can possibly make, and what does it do for my legacy? And that means, am I winning the championship? Am I beating somebody who people consider to be a great fighter? Because all those things will help me make more money in the future, and they build my legacy. Anything else, whether it be because you think somebody is an email champion, whether it be because you think somebody is not ready to fight you, or whether it be because they haven't proven anything, well, any other reason that you give is a form of ducking, in my opinion. Like, that's just how I see it. All Teofimo Lopez should care about, he shouldn't care about who they put in front of him. His two concerns: how much money I'm getting, and what does this do for my legacy? And I don't think anyone can argue having Lomachenko twice on your resume and beating him both times makes your legacy and makes your resume even better. And that's the fight that his promoter wants for him. So he's actually trying to buck the grain and go against the grain again. And if you beat him, because him and his pops are how you believe they thoroughly outboxed Vasily Lomachenko couldn't get a round off of him, they'll starch his ass again. Okay, cool. Go get your bread, bro. Go get your bread and go get the most money that you've ever made, and get on pay-per-view the right way. Because I tell you what, Vasily Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez 2 on ESPN Plus pay-per-view is gonna sell a whole lot more than this goddamn Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos on Triller on a damn Monday night, or whenever they move it to. I think they moved it to the 16th.
Right,
so on that Saturday or whatever, people still gonna watch college football before they watch that shit.
And so Mikey Garcia fight on that day too.
Yeah, so that's what he should be doing. That's where he should be at with it. And that's my opinion. That's my opinion on it, man. Like, you gotta fight. You gotta fight for the right reasons. And trying to say that, oh, I'm doing this because he wouldn't do it. What are we, kids on some nanny boo boo type shit? Like, miss me with that, bro. That's not how a fighter or a champion, a unified champion, should be behaving. He should take the big fight so he can get the most money, bro. So he can get the most money. But that's my thoughts on it. And then I want to get to one more topic. But you got anything else, OG? Any comments you see you want to respond to? Anything like that?
No, basically, like you pretty much said it all, because I would love to see him fight Lomachenko, because that was show me that he is a for real champion at that weight class. And that will show me, because he always talking about moving up. that showed me that okay, well, he got the skills to beat Lomachenko not once but twice. Now,
Mhm.
no one can say and take that away from him that the first fight was a fluke or he was lucky the first fight or whatever. You know how they say. But when you fight someone and rematch them and you win convincingly, then okay, yeah, you won both of them fights and you ready to move on. And now with this Cambosa fight, Triller, like I said, they didn't know what they're doing. Now they moved it to the 16th, which is on Saturday night. But now, I'm not too keen on Triller because of the entertainment and the rap and all that. I'm not too, for me.
Yeah.
I just like straight boxing, just
Yeah,
straight
same.
boxing.
Same. If I want rap, I'll go to
Yeah,
a concert. Shit, don't put that shit
exactly.
together. I
That's what
choose
I'm
one or
saying.
the other. I don't want them together. Let's see what the homie
Exactly.
Batman talking about. Batman said
Yeah.
it would be better if he go take Devin out first, then give Loma his rematch. That will make him the top of the top on the pound for pound list. I wholeheartedly agree. And this is and
Mhm.
this is the last topic I want to get on because we only got 5 minutes now. I believe ain't
Mhm.
Stormy B Man. That's who coming on at 10:30, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, yeah. So we only got 5 minutes. Then Stormy B Man,
Mhm.
if y'all want to continue this boxing talk, y'all go over
Mhm.
to Stormy B Man. He gonna be going live right at 10:30. I believe that's his call-in show, ain't it, OG?
Yes, sir. Mhm.
All right, yeah. So y'all go check out Stormy B Man whenever you get an opportunity to. Hopefully, y'all go check him out today in about 5 minutes. But so what I say about that, Batman, I 100% agree with you. And here's where I'm at with the whole situation. So with Devin Haney, the lightweight division, this is who I'm blaming. Like, I'm tired of blaming the fighters. I'm blaming the WBC at this point. I'm blaming the WBC at this point because it's time for them to look at what the WBO did by mandating Porter and Crawford. To look at what the WBA is doing. They're mandating that Udinas Ugas fighting Montes Stanionis, who's the number one contender. Like, it's time for them to
Mhm.
start mandating some of these fights. It's time
Mhm.
because if you go look at all the confusion, right? When you talk about, oh man, Lomachenko ducked Devin Haney, or oh man,
Mhm.
Teofimo Lopez is ducking Devin Haney, or oh man, Ryan Garcia, he's about to fight his third title eliminator. Oh, Jojo Diaz is fighting his second title eliminator. If you go look at who's really causing all the confusion, bro, it's the
Mhm.
WBC because these are
Yep.
all WBC issues. The Lomachenko Devin Haney or the Teofimo Lopez Devin Haney, that's the franchise belt, regular WBC belt issue. If you the WBC, just mandate them to fucking fight each other, bro. Just
Exactly.
mandate them to fight each other. You look at the Ryan Garcia Jojo Diaz thing. That's the WBC interim. They about to battle for the interim championship. If y'all go look at it, I want y'all to really think about this. This will be the fourth WBC mandated title eliminator fight in the lightweight division in a row. They mandated and they
Wow.
ordered Ryan Garcia versus Luke Campbell. That's one. They mandated and they ordered Ryan Garcia versus Javier Fortuna. That's two. Ryan Garcia pulled out of that fight. We all remember he had mental health issues. Then since he pulled out, they mandated Javier Fortuna versus Jojo Diaz. That's three. And now
Mhm.
they're mandating Jojo Diaz versus Ryan Garcia, bro. That is
Yep.
four title eliminator fights in the lightweight division in a row. So where I'm at with it, so that fans don't argue and Teofimo Lopez fans calling Devin Haney this, Devin Haney fans saying won't nobody fight him. How about the WBC just step in, do their damn job for once, and start mandating these fights? And then that way, as fans will know, oh, he really ducking him because he pulled out of that mandated fight or he pulled out of
Right.
that purse bid. Right now, it's a bunch of he say, she say. And so I'm putting the feet to the fire on the WBC to do their damn job because they ain't shit but corrupt and they just lining their pockets, not doing what they supposed to be doing. And that's why it's all this confusion in the lightweight division. If they were doing their job, can y'all imagine? We can get Teofimo
Mhm.
Lopez
Yep.
versus David Haney mandated, or we could get them to
Mhm.
mandate Lomachenko to be the mandatory for Teofimo Lopez, and at the same time mandate that Jojo Diaz fight Devin Haney. Like, y'all understand how good those fights are that we're not getting because of this damn sanctioning body. So that's my thoughts
Yeah.
on it. That's who I'm blaming in the lightweight division. I'll pass to you, OG. Go ahead and give your thoughts on that situation, and then give your final words. I'll give my final words, and we'll get on up out of here, man.
Mm. Yeah, no, you exactly right. The WBC, all they've been doing is ordering fight, but they're not ordering the right fights. They're not mandating the right fights. Now, there's no way they should have ordered that Diaz and Garcia fight. That should have been Diaz and Haney. Because I mean, it's mandatory. I mean, that would make sense, don't you think? And plus, Diaz, he only made $300,000 his last fight, and I know he can make more with Devin Haney than he can with Ryan Garcia. And Oscar asked, he pretty much need to step up and say, "Hey, look, JoJo, look here. I think you should fight Haney besides Ryan right now, cause they in the same stable. So I mean that he ain't going nowhere." He ain't going nowhere. So, and he's not that big fighter. Diaz pretty much can beat him. I know that. But everyone don't want to fight Haney right now.
Mhm.
A matter of fact, and they are not the only players right there at the lightweight division. I mean, you got the Russell brothers down there too, and they are coming up. They are really silent killers, really. You want to be exact. Now, the WBC, they're playing too much favoritism around here. And that's it's starting to show now. It's starting to show. And right now, I think both guys, the governing bodies are the cause of all these fights not being made, especially at the lightweight division. So I mean, there's no way, like I said, the WBC president Maurice Suleiman should be walking in the gym with Canelo Alvarez at. Why are you doing that? So I mean, what is your reason there? But in all in all, I appreciate everybody chopping it up with us this morning. All right, and I appreciate everybody comments. And I appreciate everybody that showed up this morning and watched the fight and there last night as I called the fight. And I appreciate you and thank you for coming out this morning. And you can go ahead and close us out, Knockout.
Yes, sir. So we appreciate, like OG said, we appreciate y'all coming through. This is our new collaboration, our second show. We're doing it every Sunday morning, right? So every Sunday morning, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And if y'all haven't, y'all should go subscribe to KQKC Boxing Network. His link to his channel is in my description right here of this live stream. So y'all go over as you get ready to wrap up and you get ready to go on with your day. Please go subscribe to his channel first because we alternate. So next Sunday morning, we're going to be over on his platform, on his channel, doing the same show, talking this good boxing talk. And y'all be sure to show us love, subscribe, come in the building, smash like buttons when you come in. If you can donate, be sure to donate to each platform because KQKC is working hard, doing his best to get his great boxing content. I am as well. And then for my personal channel, I go live every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. So y'all be sure to check out that show. And then you can catch OG on your lunch break every single day, Monday through Friday at 12:30 p.m. Central Time. So we appreciate y'all for coming through and rocking out with us. Enjoy the rest of your day. If you watch football, be sure to cheer for the Cowboys Monday night. Y'all know we need the W. But other than that, man, OG, I appreciate you. This was an outstanding show. And we'll see y'all next Sunday over on OG's platform. Salute y'all and peace out.
All right, peace.